Nick and Mike, the two. Listen, I'm calling them Goombas because that's what they are.
Okay.
You know exactly who they are when you say Goombas. Yeah. They're the fucking Goombas.
Welcome to Hot Garbage.
Hello and welcome to Hot Garbage, where we are the only trash talk that matters. I'm your host, Laura, and there's something different this week, as in we only have our co-host, Tyler, this week.
Yo.
We're putting this episode out late because we were hoping Stephanie was going to start feeling better, but Stephanie's very sick.
Yeah, she doesn't have a voice, so
she has zero voice. I actually told her that I think she has strep throat or tonsil problems going on because, I mean, like, she can't talk.
Yeah, she said she wasn't really like in pain though. It was just her tonsils.
She also said she didn't have
swollen.
a fever.
Yeah, so
I have no idea what's going on. Wait, you can't hear her. She's like screaming and you can barely hear her. So this week it's just going to be the two of us. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, we've done it before.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. That was pre-Lexapro Lara.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Things are different.
It's too early for us to start drinking, so.
Yeah, that's not happening ever again. If you guys ever come across Drunk Cast in 2004, don't hold that one against me. I was genuinely really drunk.
Just
I don't
3
remember
hours
it.
of nonsense.
It's like a blur. It's a blur.
Oh, good times. Good times.
I feel like I would be a fun time at a bar. I feel like that episode would be like, this is how you know I would be a fun time at the bar.
For sure.
Yeah. This week my background is Spike. And he has a bunch of arrows and it's sticking out of him and he's tied to a chair. So he's tied to a chair and he has a bunch of arrows sticking out of him. It's from the episode Pangs. Do which that with you want.
Looks
all
funny.
Right, so yeah. So I'm a little disappointed that Stephanie's not here because I have to tell you about my new TikTok obsession, but I've been holding it in for like way too long at this point.
Yeah, it has to be out now.
Yeah. So I'm on TikTok and I'm just scrolling minding my own damn business, and somehow I come across dollhouses. And I'm watching these people restore fucking dollhouses. And when I tell you, I am utterly fascinated by these people. The things that they make are insane. Number one, you can go to Hobby Lobby and get little dollhouse things. Like, this is hobbies that people have. Like, you can get little dollhouse pieces of like cabinets and kitchen sinks and beds and shit like that. Or you can make it, and these people make it. I watched someone make an entire kitchen cabinet set. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. And it was out of like that like little like wood. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little like fine pieces of wood that you can cut with like the X-Acto knives.
Okay. I don't know what it's called, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not even like wood. It's like a soft almost material.
Okay.
It looks porous.
Have you like reposted any of these? Because like I need to like.
No, but I'll send them to you. I follow a girl already.
I just want to see like what the interest is. So.
Yeah, let me send it to you now so that way while I'm talking about it you can see it. Let me show you. I found one person that like made an entire you're gonna hit my TikTok in a second. There you go. Let me go find my girl. Viva Design Miniatures.
Viva Design Miniatures. Gotcha. God, why do I not know how to use TikTok anymore? God damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the completed room. All right, I sent it to you on TikTok.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I found one girl who made an entire Harry Potter build out of one of these dollhouses. And I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. It is the most fascinating thing I've ever come across. Like mini mini things that they're putting in this fucking house. Like there's mini curtains and like look at the mini pillows that we make, and like they use like epoxy and fabric glue, and they're fucking wizards.
They're putting a floor together like it's an actual fucking floor. That's crazy.
I know, you see it, right? It's insane. They restore these, and like she restored the whole outside, like fixed all the shingles, and then they just like decorate the inside. Yeah, I see your face. You're fascinated like I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not just a dollhouse, it's them like building and restoring a fucking dollhouse.
Yeah, you're gonna send me into a thing. I need to turn this off right now.
Right, I set myself into a thing. So I'm here now. And it's honestly like Kino was like, "Is this gonna be your new hobby?" I was like, "No, this shit's fucking expensive. Like this shit is fucking expensive. Like this is an expensive fucking hobby, but it's cool as shit."
I gotta find a way to put that video into the video podcast now. So
Yeah,
that way people know
figure
what
out how
we're
to, like,
talking about.
clip it. Thank you, Viva Design Miniatures, for gracing my presence on my For You page so I could have this new obsession because I follow you now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing for me too now.
Yo, it's insane. It's insane. Like, I mean, like they have like little mini curtains and like little mini light switches, and like the lights work in them. Like they have working lights in them.
That's fucking
I
amazing.
know. Isn't it? And then you'll see them like go to Hobby Lobby and you'll see all the shit that they get. They get like bathtubs, and then like they just glue it into the light to the house. It's insane. It's insane. It's the coolest. Like you people are wizards. Like it's the coolest shit to me right now. I'm so obsessed with it.
I understand. I definitely
Yeah.
understand. I don't know
Yeah.
why I understand, but I understand.
Yeah. Because you're there with me. I saw it in your face. I saw it
Yeah.
in your face.
No,
You kind of lit up.
I'm there.
You kind of lit up.
Once I saw them like putting the hardwood floors down, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Keenan was a little interested too when I was showing him. He was like, wow. Like, because I showed him how they made pillows,
Mhm.
and he was just like, wow. And I'm like, I know.
So how long has this been going on for you?
A couple weeks. Not a couple weeks. No,
I-
because I would have told you last week. So it's only been like less than like 5 days. Probably like
Gotcha.
5 days.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be in on it as long as you have, but it's definitely going to be a thing I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon watching. So
Yeah. There's a lot of them. Like you can just like put it in your search page and find it.
yeah,
It's insane.
my thing lately has been this one guy who's like walking around Japan with a little like Shiba Inu puppy, and it's so cute. But it's like every day it's just like a video of like what him and this dog are doing, and it's amazing. I love it.
Instead of Buffy backgrounds, I should do the dog.
I mean, that's a little too much Sky. Like she's
You
already
think?
she already covers up
Somebody on-
our boy Craig here. So
Fair. Sorry, Craig. Anyway. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh well, not important.
yep. Sonic.
Oh well, didn't matter. So how far have you made it on Real Housewives? Have you gotten anywhere?
I think I'm almost done with season 1. I've been debating whether or not I actually want to watch reunions and stuff. Like
The
I feel like
reunions
I
don't add
should.
that much.
Okay.
There is one that you should watch when Taylor's husband like kills himself.
What? Like this is an actual thing that happened, or
Yeah,
oh, okay.
we're getting there.
Okay, well,
You're getting there. Trust me,
we'll
it's
see when I
insane.
get there.
So
Sounds
like
like it.
that reunion you should watch. I don't know if it's the first season or the second season or the third
Gotcha.
season. I'm not sure which one it is. But you should probably watch that one because they do talk about what happened and stuff like that. And I think it gives more context than just the season.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's like
Yeah.
right after it happens.
It's I'm trying to think when the last time I actually like sat down and watched it was.
You told us that you watched The Dinner Party from Hell.
Yeah, that was the last time that I've actually sat down and watched it.
Did you get to Kyle and Kim having the fight in the limo? I think that might be the finale of one.
Then no, I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, where she screams, you're an alcoholic."
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten there yet. I had to think because like after the dinner party, they all leave in like limos and stuff. So I was just like, did that happen? But no, I'm
Was
not
Faye
there yet.
Resnick at that one?
Yes.
Yes, that Faye Resnick was at that one.
And then they all left. What's her name? Kyle's sister. They like left her in a limo by herself and like
Kim,
all went
yes.
somewhere else. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yes. And so starts the downhill fall
Love that.
of greatness. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece.
Maybe I'll get back on that this afternoon too while I'm watching miniatures on TikTok.
Me and Keenan are gonna watch Wicked. It's on Peacock.
Nice.
Yeah. What did we just watch? We just watched Twisters. I just watched Twisters. It was okay.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like,
yeah, it wasn't. Keenan like likes it, and I'm like, "You like it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "It's not just entertaining," and he's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." Glenn Powell is the most beautiful human that's ever graced the presence of this earth. His face is so symmetrical. I was like, it's just God. I can't believe you exist. He's a blessing. Anyway. It was like better than Twister. Like it had more of a story than Twister. Like,
yeah.
So it was better than Twister. But it was just as ridiculous and corny and hokey as Twister. So I'm happy that they like kept with the ridiculous of Twister.
I mean, how could you make that a serious movie?
Yeah, like that's like one of my favorite parts of Twister is how ridiculous it is. Like, and how kind of predictable it is. Like, it's a very predictable movie. Like, there's 4 Dorothys, and you're going to get through all 4. Like, it's a very predictable movie. And I would say that Twisters was also as predictable.
Gotcha. I heard like a lot of mixed stuff about it. Like, some people were saying like, "Oh, it's so good," and then others are just like, "Nah, it's a movie."
And I would say I'm on that. It's a movie. Glenn Powell makes it better. He adds a couple points, just himself. He's beautiful.
I can understand that.
I love you, Glenn Powell. I love you like I love John from The Bachelor. Don't ever give me the time of day. Ignore me. I don't exist.
I honestly don't know what Glenn Powell looks like. I keep hearing the name.
Yes, you do. When you see him, you'll know.
Because he's in like every fucking movie now.
He actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, this guy. Yep.
Yeah. He looks here. Here's who you're going to look up right now. I don't know what his actual name is, but he looks just like this other actor. And he was in the remake of Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. And he plays Albert Wesker. Look him up.
Okay.
He looks just like Glenn Powell.
Cast. Albert Wesker, you said?
Yeah.
Tom Hopper. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Tom Hopper, you're welcome for looking like his cousin. Honestly, that's the best compliment you could ever give, that you look like Glenn Powell's cousin.
I'd still pick Glenn Powell over him, but yeah,
yes,
I definitely
he's like
see
clearly like the Walmart version. Sorry, dude, but you know what? I'll give you Tarjay version. How about that?
God damn.
Yeah, so we weren't going to talk about Twisters, but here we are. I realized I watched it and here we were. But Tyler, why don't you talk about your love of Rob and Dylan Efron's?
I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. It just makes me happy. Like in my TikTok feed keeps showing me just these two just living life. They're golfing. They're doing trends and shit like that.
Dylan Efron picks him up from the airport.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Dylan Efron picked him up from the airport.
I think the last one I saw was everybody reenacting that thing from The Fresh Prince to Anxiety by Doichi.
Yeah.
And I think they were on a golf course doing that.
I really truly hope that Boston Rob is staying at Dylan Efron's apartment. Like, I really hope that that's the scenario.
They're just roommates now.
And they're just like having like sleepover time. Like, I really hope that like Amber's at home with their 4 children and she's like, Daddy's having a sleepover with his best friend, Dylan Efron.
They're just recreating Step Brothers.
They made bunk beds and everything.
I would watch that movie, Step Brothers, with Boston Rob and Dylan Efron.
I think everybody would, because they are just like this like really wholesome friendship that you would have never expected to be a friendship.
For sure.
And it's just beautiful. It
Like,
truly is.
I don't even really remember them interacting that much on the show. Like, how did they become
I
such
know.
good friends?
Well, so they did, but like I think that they like genuinely really connected as people and like didn't talk about the game, you know what I mean? And so like they showed like their game talk, but like a lot of the time they were just being 2 friends hanging out in the mansion.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I personally hope for and think.
Yeah. God, those two, they're so good. They make me so happy.
All of a sudden you're a fan of Boston Rob because of their friendship.
Well, I mean, I'd never like seen him on a show or anything like that. Like, this is my first time actually watching him do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I mean, like, you haven't been around, but like, yeah, no, I'm really, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you have seen him in? Yeah.
Yep. And then Dylan Efron, I didn't even know he existed. So
I did know that Zac Efron had a brother. Didn't know anything about his brother, but I
Yeah.
did know he had a brother.
like, don't know what he does on their show. I know he exists now.
Right.
And he's best friends with Boston Rob.
Yeah. All right. So this week we watched Survivor. Well, for the past 2 weeks, we watched Survivor and The Amazing Race.
Mhm.
Survivor, we have to talk about David, the stuntman. David, the stuntman. I said last week how these people were weird, but David, the stuntman, definitely took the award.
Yeah.
Did you? I fucking can't. So 1 week he says, the one week he says like, oh, my girlfriend, like she wrote, like me and my girlfriend, like she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, so I'm gonna win this money so she can be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, dude, you live in a trailer, like $1 million isn't gonna like do that for you.
Yeah. It's not as much
I
as
think
you
that,
think.
yeah, I think you're a little deluded. And then this week he says, yeah, she broke up with me, so I'm gonna win and propose to her. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, he even says, like, in the same sentence, like, I have a girlfriend, but she broke up with me basically because I'm poor. I'm like, then you don't have a girlfriend, dude.
And like, I mean, like last week he was talking about it, and it's like, oh, like, wow, she's like, you know, like she's trying, she like really loves him, and then you find out she broke up with him because I'm like, girl, if I was you and he was like, and I was watching this and I found out that he kept calling me his girlfriend, like on like the show, and like we had broken up and all this stuff, and he was talking about me the way that like this is, I would be very
Run.
creeped out.
Run. If by some chance y'all are still together, run.
Yo, I would be so creeped out. I would be like, what? And he would be like, it's like giving like, I always knew we would find our way back to each other. Like really
Yeah.
creepy, like Fatal Attraction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
not
So
good.
you take the award, dude. Because I would have never in my life gotten on screen on national television on CBS, said those words out loud and felt okay about it.
Yeah. No.
Like I
Yeah. No, it's very, very stalkerish. Very
he's
like,
super
if I can't have
not
you, no one else can. Like,
right.
just run. Run, girl, run.
It's super not fun. It's not. No.
Yeah, not okay.
No. But the week before, we had Mary playing her shot in the dark and it
Mhm.
working, which was awesome.
That's the second time it's worked, right?
Ever. Yeah.
Crazy shit.
A second time ever. Because 1 in 6 again is like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I know it worked this one time, but 1 in 6 is still a problem.
And it was last season that it worked for the first time, right? Or was it
No,
the
I don't
one
think it was
before
last
that?
season. I think it was your first season that you guys watched.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think so.
Somehow, like, all these seasons just run together to me. Like, I don't know
That's
who was on
okay.
what.
There's only like 3 months hiatuses, and then we get another one.
Yeah.
Cedric is stupid because you voted Say out twice, and then you're like, if we can all work together, we can do this. And it's like, dude.
Yeah.
And also the entire episode, no one is going up to Mary and being like, hey, why don't you vote with me? Don't play your shot in the dark. You vote with me.
Yeah.
And we'll flip it and get rid of whatever. Like, nobody approached her.
Yep.
And honestly, it's Justin's own fault that Justin went home. He's had the thickest Boston accent.
He seemed like a fun guy. Like, I mean, he didn't really do much. Like, he just kind of hung around in the background and stuff, but he seemed cool.
Yeah. So they basically like went into like this week, like, we're going to lose all the time. But luckily there was a tribe swap, and all of them got tribe swapped onto teams that won.
Yeah.
Which great for all of them. You know, like, great for you, Mary. I'm really happy that you finally won something. You know what I mean? Like, you deserved something. But Green still lost, which I think is hilarious. Green had all new members. Not a single person that was on Green before was on Green this time. And Green still lost. So clearly that's cursed.
I felt bad for everybody that got to that camp, though. They're like, there's like nothing here. Like, they took everything.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's what they were living in. They didn't take anything. That's just what they were living in.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I also love how much shit that the green team like talked, and then they lost like that.
Yep.
Like, I thought that they were gonna win too, and then they lost, and it was glorious. I'm gonna say that Joe also is gonna have a weird award this week, because Joe in the challenges, Joe could win one of these immunity challenges by himself. I'm totally 150% convinced he himself could win it for the entire team against the other two teams. The guy has the most competitiveness I have ever seen in somebody. He plays and something else comes over him.
Mm-hmm.
He's an animal, and I love everything about him. I really do.
I was scrolling through TikTok, I think it was last night, and it was just like one of those live things popped up or whatever, and there's like some guy like doing a tier list of the people on Survivor that are left over, and they had Joe winning like everything.
Joe, I hope the best for you, man. I'm rooting for you. Joe, I'm giving you a weird award, but the fact that you yourself could win this entire challenge makes me root for you, because you're an animal.
He just goes primal during the competitions.
I also really love Kyle and Camilla, but mainly Camilla. I adore her. I love her. You want to talk about who I want to win? It is Camilla. I love her. I really do. Everything about her, I'm obsessed with. I love how she's playing the game. I love how smart she is. I love how she's thinking. I'm obsessed with her. I really am.
Yeah, she's been fun to watch.
And I really love that this week we really got to see it like work, because I have never wanted a plan to work more than Kyle correctly playing his idol and voting one of them out. And that's exactly what we got. Kyle did in fact play his idol completely correctly, and Camilla and Kyle voted Thomas out. And I'm gonna miss you, Thomas, because you were a lot of fun in like the 3 episodes that you were here. I really liked you for them. But dude, you had to go because that was awesome.
I'm trying to remember the tribal council. Like, I don't know why it didn't stick with me.
It was the 3 boys. It was the California girls, Joe, Thomas, and Showen. I think that's how you say his name. And Camilla and Kyle.
Okay.
And the 3 guys were, like, really cocky, like, one of these 2 are gonna go home, and
Yeah, okay, that's right.
and they even, like, searched Kyle's bag, and they couldn't find an idol in it, even though it was in his shoe, like, they didn't look
Yeah.
very hard.
I mean, he wasn't even, like, looking in the bag, he just, like, had his eyes up the whole time and was just, like,
It was just, like,
feeling around in there. And I'm just like, "That's not how you search a
because you
bag,"
have
but
to
okay.
feel like, here's the thing, I actually appreciated that because you have to feel a little guilty going through somebody's stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like, you're in a game and, like, you're gonna do it, like, whatever, but you do have to feel some sort of, like, morality.
Yeah, and it felt like it wasn't even his idea to search it, like, Thomas was the one with the mustache, right?
Thomas was the one that got voted out, the gay guy.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry
is
if you're
I
not
think
gay, but I'm pretty sure you are.
I think he said he was, from what I remember, but,
I'm pretty positive.
yeah, but
He's
he was
married.
just I think he was like, "You wanna search his bag?" and, like, put it over, like, by him, so it felt like it wasn't even, like, his idea to go through it, and he's just there like,
Yeah.
"Uh."
So it was awesome. And I love how Camilla, like, immediately told Kyle, "Hey, they went through your bag already."
Yeah.
He was like, "What?" She's like, "I watched it." And it was like, "What are you gonna do? Of course you're gonna watch it. Like, what are you supposed to do?"
Yeah, you're not gonna be like, "Hey, guys, don't do that."
Yeah, like, you're gonna sit there and be quiet and then go over to your friend after and be like, "They searched your bag." So then The Amazing Race happened. And, The Amazing Race, I will say the 90-minute episodes have been getting better, and I think it's because they also, like, made the challenges as if they were 90-minute episodes. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with you. Like,
Okay.
it feels like it's been dragging. Like,
Yeah.
I do not have any interest in watching it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
I don't identify with anybody, like, they all just kind of blend together to me. I think the only
I
people
would
that I
say
actually enjoy are Jeff and Pops and,
Jeff
Benny and
Pops.
Kerrigan, but that's because I think Kerrigan's cute. So
That makes sense for you. She's crazy. Bernie and Kerrigan are out of their fucking minds,
Oh,
and you
yeah, no,
can't
they're they are.
like,
But
I'm sorry, but, like, it's okay. Like, people need to be out of their minds. Like, I would
yeah,
probably be your friend, you know what I mean? But, like, I'm
yeah.
waiting for one of you guys to show up with a neck tattoo, you know?
It'd probably be Kerrigan. She's already pretty, like, covered in them, so
Yeah.
but yeah, I just
Um,
I don't know
do
what it
you
is.
like having the airports back? Because, like, we actually get to watch them, like, do the airports and, like, travel and stuff. So are you liking that at least?
Yeah, that's been cool to watch.
Because
I
that's
like
what me and Keenan like.
yeah, like the stress of all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
we
do
feel
like
like
that.
that is, like, adding to, like, the 90 minutes not feeling so long.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some parts with, like, the challenges and stuff that they just show way too much of,
Yeah.
which I know that's kind of, like, the point of the show. But it's just a lot of, like, nothing happening, and I'm just like, "Okay, like, I don't need to see this."
Yeah.
Like, was it the soccer one? I think that was this week's, right? Where they had to, like,
Yeah, we
bounce
were
the
there
ball
for a
back.
while.
Yeah, I was like, "I don't care anymore."
Yeah, we
So
were there for a while. I think that this episode that just happened this week was where I started to really like people.
yeah, I mean,
Like
I get it.
I've always liked Jeff and Pops. Jeff and Pops
Mhm.
have always been number 1 in my eyes. I love you guys. And
Yeah.
then they're lumberjacks, and it's like, no wonder you guys are so fit like that. I was wondering, like, how you guys had
Yeah.
muscles like that, and it's because you guys are lumberjacks. Like, Pops is built.
Yeah. And, like,
Like,
they just don't care. Like, we're just here to have fun.
and they're having a great time, and I love them.
Yeah.
I really like the mom and daughter
Mhm.
who got to the end and she was like, "Oh, wow, we moved up." And her mom has, like, a limp almost.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them.
Mhm. And the
Um,
alliance that they have with Jeff and Pops is great too.
yeah. I really like them. I hate the one guy and girl. She's in purple and he's always in black. And he's so obnoxious because he's so competitive. Like, he's like, "Come on, just stop doing it. You can't do it. Let's just move on with the
Oh, is it,
soccer thing."
Jonathan and Anna?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I was saying, I have a note here about them. I was like, they feel like the nurse couple from last season that we were like, "This is gonna break them up," and then they ended up getting engaged at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's the same vibes.
Yeah, but he's like really rude. Like
Mhm.
he's like walking off like a brat and she's just ignoring him. And they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, this is just how we communicate." And I'm like, "So he's an asshole and you ignore it? That's how you
Yeah.
communicate?"
Yeah, no, I wasn't that's kind of what killed this last episode for me was him,
Yeah.
like, reacting to
Yeah.
her not getting the soccer and stuff like that. It's just like
Yeah. He was so obnoxious the whole time and like unsupportive. Like I really don't like him. I
yeah,
don't mind her. Like she's not a problem. It's him.
yeah.
Um the one guy, I don't know, I think they're the gamers. Um And the one guy was like, "Oh, I'm thinking," when they were doing the origami, and he's like, "Oh, I'm thinking about when I had like a bowl cut when I was a kid." And I was like, "You still have a bowl cut. Like just because it's like a modern updated bowl cut doesn't mean that it's still not like you have the bangs and like the shorter underneath. Like it's not like you still don't have a bowl cut."
Yeah. Like, it's still there.
I was like cracking up as he's like, "Oh, with the bowl cut." And I'm like, "You literally still have a bowl cut."
God.
Like, just because it looks modern, right? Like, we have mullets that have come back, like, just because they look a little modern doesn't mean it's not still a mullet.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not still a bowl cut.
Like, what is it, the soccer fan haircut that's been a thing for, like, 5 years now?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a mullet.
Yeah, exactly. Like Eric with the mullet from fucking The Bachelorette. That's what I call him because he's
Yep.
Eric with the mullet.
It's like a mullet with, like, the sides, like, shaved. Like, it's
Yeah.
a weird hybrid thing. I don't like it.
It's still a mullet.
Yeah.
So, dude, you still have a bowl cut.
Yeah. Definitely do.
Um, oh, so I said this to Keenan and he started cracking up. So as they were doing the little origami where they had to fold the origami,
Mhm.
I kept thinking about the children that were folding the origami in the demo. And I was like, those poor children being slave driven right now. Like they just have to stand there and just keep making origami.
Yeah.
And like, so Keenan starts dying, right? And I say this to him. He goes, "It's giving like that holes thing that's like, I don't want to dig holes anymore, Grandpa." And he's like, too
That's too damn
bad.
bad. Their little fingers are all just, like, swollen to all hell. Still just
And
folding
they
this
just
fucking
keep
piece of
making
paper.
origami cranes. And like they like, because I was thinking about it, because they all kept going like, "Okay, let's do a couple of folds and then go look at the demo again." And I was like, "How many of these kids folding?"
Just sitting there like, "Will you get your shit together?"
And they like kept showing the back of their heads because like they kept interchanging the children out, obviously, but it was because they were crying because they
Yeah.
didn't want to make origami cranes anymore.
Because there's a few teams that were there forever.
A long
Like,
time. And so think about all those children that kept having to make them demos so they knew how to make an origami crane.
yep.
Like it's kind of hilarious.
I think about that with, like, all of these challenges pretty much. Like, even the people, like, playing soccer, like,
Yeah,
that got it there that has to get old.
pretty
Anything that
quickly.
involves, like, dancing and stuff like that, that's gotta get
And
old real
teaching
quick.
somebody how to dance, like that has to get pretty old pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Um, I really like the two old people, the one with the married with the 8 kids that I'm pretty honestly, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like that they're Mormons.
Yeah, I thought the same exact thing.
Like I'm gonna be so fucking for real right now. Like this is me stereotyping, but like they feel like Mormons.
Yeah, no, I thought I had a note on here. I guess I didn't, but, like, I saw, like, the Salt Lake City shirt that they always wear, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Okay, that's a pretty good sign." And then all
And
of a
then
sudden
they're
I hear
married
8
with 8
kids, and I'm just
kids.
like, "Oh, yeah, they are Mormon."
They're
Like,
Mormon.
you can't tell me otherwise.
I thought the same thing. I'm glad that we were on the same page with that. Um, so I'm rooting for them. I really like them when they keep coming in first, and it's because they do tasks so well. And it's probably because they have 8 kids that they just know how to uniformly do something.
Yep. The communication has to be good.
They gotta keep 8 kids in line, you
Yeah.
know? So how do you do that? You uniformly do it. So that's what they're
Mhm.
doing in the race, and it's working out for them. I'm really excited for them. Um, Nick and Mike The two, listen, I'm calling them Goombas because that's what they are.
Okay.
I know exactly who they are when you say Goombas. Yeah. They're the fucking Goombas.
The ones who auditioned like 7 times or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the best identifier and team name for them are the Goombas because that's what they are.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They go through things as Goombas. Like when definitely. They were folding the origami and they were like, the one guy kept dropping it on the other one's head. Goombas. Staying and doing that thing 37 times and not hitting it perfectly each and every time. Goombas.
Yep. And then like anytime like their names and like identifier come up or whatever, it always says like podcast host or something like that. Mm-hmm. We're not doing that if we ever do this. Just so you know. We're going as friends. Because if I go onto a TV show and we're labeled as podcast hosts, I'm gonna murder somebody.
We're friends. We were friends first, so we're friends.
Yeah. Just like every time I see that, I'm like,
a long time after.
Just every time I see that pop up, I'm like, it looks gross. Like, change that.
It does.
Like,
it does.
I'm pretty sure they're like brothers or something too, aren't they?
I don't know if they're brothers or cousins or friends.
Like,
I don't really even know where they're from. I think it's just New York because they're given Goomba.
Whatever they are, use that instead.
Goomba?
Sure, why not?
They are Goombas. Like when I send it, you were like, yeah, I know who they are. Because like are they from New York? They're like from the Bronx or something. Like it's giving New York.
What were their names again?
Mike and Nick.
That's right.
It's also like the most generic meathead names for the two of them. Like they're exactly like their names are exactly what I would expect them to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Like two Goombas, Nick and Mike from the Bronx, New York. They're like uncle owns a pizza shop, you know, like.
Are these okay? Nick Fio and Mike Fio. Oh, okay, they hear it says brothers. So
okay, so they're brothers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be for real. You guys don't look alike at all. Mike and Nick, you don't look alike really at all. They have like the same nose, but like at the end of the day, like they really like one looks like their mom and the other one looks like their dad. Like there's no.
Yeah, definitely.
Which one's older, Mike?
I'm gonna guess Nick. I mean, I assume the way that they're lined up in the photo is how they have them like listed.
I'm gonna be honest. You could show me Mike, and it would probably be Nick. Like I don't know which one Mike is, and I don't know which one Nick is.
Yeah, it just says 38 or 32 and 28. So
okay,
I'm gonna assume the shorter one's 28, but who knows?
Which one's shorter? Is it the one that always wears the hat? They both always wear hats, don't they?
I don't know. They don't have hats.
One of them has longer hair than the other one.
The one with like the slightly longer hair, I'm assuming is Mike. I think he's the 28-year-old.
Okay.
If everything's like lined up right here, so.
And he's the younger brother. That's in shot. I thought it was gonna be Nick. That was the younger brother because I'm gonna be honest with you, Nick. Your younger brother definitely takes the lead a lot more, and that's probably the best for you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just like kind of inferring a lot from this. Like I don't know.
I inferred that their uncle has a pizza shop. It's fine.
Let me see if I can.
Are they from New York? It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? I said the Bronx. I was close.
But yeah, I don't know if I like them or not. Like they're funny at times, but they just get on my nerves.
Yeah. They're very like the dysfunctional relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Although Bernie and Kerrigan also are, because the one doesn't say anything and then the other one the other one cries. The one doesn't say anything and then the other one cries. Like honestly, that's what they do.
And then Jonathan and Anna, of course, like just being married and hating each other or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, the real asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's also those married nurses, and she would not give up on the ninja thing, and it was like, girl.
Yeah. They're the ones that went home this week, right?
No, the dating on in the yellow.
Yeah, aren't they nurses?
Are they nurses too?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well they're nurses, and then there's 2 white people that are nurses.
Let's see. No, those are the ones that went home the first day. Where are they at? There they are. Yeah, dating nurses.
Okay,
Registered nurse and nurse practitioner.
that's some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Amazing Race hasn't been all that fun this time.
Yeah.
Not really connecting with anybody.
Yeah, definitely not.
Next season's gonna suck because it's all like Big Brother people, and it's all like Big Brother people from the last couple seasons. And it's like, I don't want to watch any of you. Like, I don't want to watch Tucker again. I don't want to watch Rubina again. I don't want to watch you again. Like, I don't want to.
Didn't like any of y'all the first time.
Yeah. Like, ew.
Yeah. Well, like, is it literally just Big Brother, or like, are they taking from other shows too?
No, just Big Brother, and like they come with a loved one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not into it either.
Yeah. That sounds like one we're going to skip, to be honest.
To be honest here, I can tell you right now, my mom's not going to watch it.
Yeah. I'll probably give it an episode or two, but I don't know. I don't see that going well at all.
Corey was going to be on it, but he was an alternate with his brother who was on Survivor and got voted out first. And so they were going to go on, and then they ended up being alternates, and I think that they didn't make it. And it's like, come on, they were the only ones that I would have been okay with.
Yeah. Why not just go with Corey in America at that point? Are they still dating now that I think about it? I haven't heard anything from them at all. So
yeah, I'm pretty positive, and she lives in Tennessee now.
Oh, okay. Good for them.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's it. That everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, so guys, we hope you like the new format. Leanne told me that she likes it.
Sweet.
Our biggest fan, Leanne, my mom's best friend. She likes it. She said that it's fun.
All of y'all listening and watching, please let us know. Comment on posts or video comments and stuff, whatever.
Because otherwise, Leanne is your voice.
Yeah. I mean, sounds like a good voice so far. But
all right. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Give us a follow on TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook at Hot Garbage Pod. Also, we put all of our stuff up on YouTube. It's fine.
YouTube.
Fucking forget it. At Hot Garbage Pod as well up there. Check us out over there because nobody ever watches our YouTube. Right?
I mean, they've started a little bit.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, I mean, like that was it. The week before last, we had the 9 views or whatever. I think last week got a couple views as well. So
it was Stephanie in the blanket.
Yeah,
they wanted to see it.
Forgot about the fucking smallpox blanket.
That's why they came, because they wanted to see it. They were like, I gotta see her with this blanket. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, everything. And yeah, that's it, right? That's what I usually say.
I mean, there's a couple words that you usually end it with, but yeah.
Well, okay, but yeah, I was making sure that was the rest of it. All right. Guys, thanks so much for listening. And as always, stay trashy.